More than 30 bodies have so far been retrieved from the mud after a private dam burst in Solai area of Nakuru on Wednesday night. Let's now get an update from our reporter Sylvia Chebet. A very good afternoon to you, Sylvia. Maybe not so good where you are. Kindly bring us up to speed with what the rescue operation has achieved so far and the numbers that you're talking about.
Yes, indeed, Freddie, it's a tragedy of incredible proportions. What happened here last night, unbelievable. Houses just further down from where I am, a village of about 300 households was swept flat. We're told that we understand that the Kenya Defence Forces have done an aerial survey, and they are saying that it swept about 10 kilometers down. The waters from the dam swept a village and moved with that village 10 kilometers down, a radius of about 500 meters. A huge population affected, Freddie. We are told by the Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i that at least 450 families have been affected. We are now told that 32 people have been confirmed dead. About 41 were treated and discharged from hospital, 47 still admitted. I just came down, Freddie, from the place from one of the dams that is now feared to be a serious danger right now. It's posing serious danger because the dam that broke its banks was actually is said to be 200 million liters, has a capacity of 200 million liters, and of course it was full. The embankment caved in, but now there is a dam next to it. About 8 dams surround these villages. So we're told the biggest dam, which carries about 450 million liters, is what the Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i is afraid poses even more serious danger, and has asked water engineers in this place to immediately discharge the waters in there safely. So we've found engineers on site. They have already found valves that they are trying to now direct the water to a spillway, because if that dam gets full, then we are talking about an even more serious catastrophe here. So far the numbers are 32 dead, confirmed by the authorities. We do not know whether the death toll will still rise, but indeed it was a serious what happened here is something that is enormous. The impact was certainly very big. We are fortunate to be joined here by one of those people who witnessed it all happen. He's a neighbor of these villages that were swept. About 2 villages, we are told, were swept away. So he comes from a village that is close by. Tell us, how was that situation last night when you came here?
Yenyewe ilikuwa muda katika saa 3 usiku. Mimi nilikuwa Nakuru town, tulikuwa na mkutano ya mazishi. Nikapigiwa simu, nikaambiwa kuna damu ya Patel imevunja kingo zake. Na hapo nikachukua gari, nikakimbia, lakini kufika Solai nikakuta ya kwamba yenyewe mto damu imevunja na imepita na manyumba mingi na watu wamechotwa na maji, na hapo tukaanza kusaidiana kutoa watu kwa matope, na ambulance zenye zilikuwa hapo zikaanza kuwachukua na kuwapeleka katika Nakuru PGH.
So this happened at a time when families were having dinner. Was there even time to run away?
Yenyewe hakukuwa na wakati, kwa maana hiyo saa 3 ni wakati wa mankuli ya jioni. Wengine walikuwa wanajitayarisha kula, labda wengine wanajitayarisha kwenda kulala. Kwa hivyo walifumaniwa tu, na hiyo maji ilikuwa inaenda kwa upana mrefu, ya kwamba hata hapakuwa na wakati wa kutorokea hiyo maji, kwa maana hata hawakujua maji inatokea upande gani. Lakini na ilikuwa na mgurumo kama wa ndege ya helikopta hivi, kiguruma kwa nguvu sana.
So, as I mentioned to you, the Kenya Defence Forces is carrying out an aerial survey to determine exactly the extent of damage that has happened in these villages. Now, we are talking to one of the people here, telling us that, how people responded to this. Tell us, was your family safe, and how do you have neighbors whom you know personally who were affected?
Mimi mwenyewe natoka sehemu inaitwa KFA. Na wakati nilipigiwa simu nikawaambia wajaribu kuenda pahali pako juu, na wakaenda katika shule inaitwa Arutani Primary School, wakaenda kujikinga hapo. alafu wakati maji ilitelemka kutoka hapo pahali damu ilivuja kingo zake mpaka hapo kwangu ni kama kilomita 17, na maji iliweza kufika pale, lakini igawa haikuwa na nguvu sana, ilikuwa hafifu kwa maana ilikuwa inatapakaa kila pahali.
So, Freddie, a serious humanitarian crisis now is what people are dealing with right now in this particular place. As I told you, 450 families affected, so many of them dead, 32. That's not a small number. People are mourning right now, families displaced. Authorities trying to find, a new place for them to stay for the time being, and of course trying to avert a further tragedy by closing off, by discharging the dams that are by the minute getting refilled by the rivers from the hills. It's actually, the dams are high up on the hills. Patel Farm is right at this area center, just before right down or below the dams. So it's a farm that has a lot of flower farms, greenhouses, coffee, tea, flowers, and all sorts of horticultural activities happening in that area. But we have seen how the water was so forceful. You could see boulders, huge boulders, have been swept down, and just where there's at least a lot of trees have been planted. That's where most of the boulders have, stopped. But it is indeed a very catastrophic situation. Up to now, I can still see sludge moving, slowly downhill. You can see how grass, has been flattened in many places, and of course now an entire village, not a trace of a spoon, a bed, nothing you can see in that place, Freddie.
Sylvia, before we let you go, has there been an estimation of the number of missing persons, people who are still not yet accounted for?
From what I heard in the morning was that about 50 people were still missing, and I understand that the search and rescue mission is still on. Of course, it will take about. It's an exercise that is not about to end anytime soon. We are told another press briefing will be, the Cabinet Secretary expects to hold another briefing at about 6 p.m. to give us a proper update as at that time. But at this point, I would say about 50 people are reported missing.